In conspiracy theories news,
I believe all of them.
submitted by the Jomalian Way.
Yes.
Hope I pronounced that right.
You did.
I did?
Good job.
Thank you.
We're gonna kill everybody.
That's his country.
Jamali. Oh, Jamali.
Yeah.
A Jamalian refugee. A Jamali pirate. Jeffrey Epstein died in jail, and now there's conspiracy theories.
Hell yeah.
That's the news. There are conspiracies.
Wasn't he on suicide watch?
He was 2 weeks before he died.
Because he tried committing it and he failed, right? Well, didn't he say, someone was trying to kill me? And they're like, we're gonna put you on suicide watch.
Well, all I know is he had this ring of pedophile stuff going on, and a bunch of higher up people, Trump and Bill Clinton included, were supposedly in
A lot of people.
in the pedophile ring and
Even
going to his
Prince
island
Andrew.
of pedophilia. And the
Yeah.
conspiracy theories are basically that somebody else had him killed.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't it?
It's that, and
It's called suicided.
yeah, and then especially like
The internet calls it.
a lot of people are pointing towards both Clinton and Trump, but then Clinton's a little more, it seems like, because they've had a lot of their close friends die by suicide mysteriously.
And this isn't the first time that it was because of like someone coming out about a pedophile ring and then they die.
Yep.
I don't know that much about this, but Steve told me about it.
I knew about the whole Clinton murder things like years before.
There's a laundry list of people that died.
Yeah, there's a common person that we know that worked closely with someone that worked within that camp that ran away because they were scared because everyone that they were opponents with would die and stuff.
We know.
Yes, and I'll tell you who later.
Wow.
But it's a conspiracy secret.
Can you catch us up?
So Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his cell, or unresponsive in his cell, and they're saying that it's an apparent suicide by hanging, and they're saying that there was no surveillance captured.
Because there usually is.
There were surveillance cameras, but not inside
His cell.
So that's one thing. Another thing is that he was supposed to be checked on every single 30 minutes, but the guards that were on duty, they're saying that they had been overworked to the max. Like they've done so many overtime shifts, and also one of the guards was a substitute. He wasn't even an actual guard. So now the warden has stepped down, and like there's just a lot of shit going on. So they're also saying that this my brain is jumbled because there's so much information.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Okay. Did we do a JK News on Epstein period?
Yes.
We did. Okay, so to watch that, go to that video, look for it on the channel so we won't have to say the same things again.
Yeah.
But this whole one is about how he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like people are saying, how can this happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Especially at
he's
this place.
Yeah, and I read an article where someone that was in the same jail as him and was a cellmate or something like that was saying that this is nearly impossible. And he was describing what the area that he's been locked up in is like. And he's like, that place is impenetrable. Like there's no fucking way that, he was able to do that, especially if he was on suicide watch. But I think the day that they took him off is the day that he killed himself.
Well, from what I read, is that they took him off previously.
Like a day or so?
Not that short.
Yeah.
They said like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks prior is when he was put on, and then like he ended up getting off. But then they're also saying that he could have paid someone to have his suicide go through. That's one conspiracy. Another one is that he's actually still alive and they faked his death.
And he's on his island, the pedophile island.
Yeah, because his girlfriend, his former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, she's a socialite, and she's actually gone in hiding because she apparently was the one that was like creating this world for him or helping him with this world, and a lot of the victims have called her out too. And so there's a theory that like they ran off together.
She's in a lot of photos too. I didn't mention this on the last video, but they're claiming that she was the person that would wrangle a lot of women or girls.
And even sexually abuse them as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me this high profile of a case, they have two guys watch him that fell asleep like it's fucking like Robin Hood, the Disney version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the fucking jail.
What a reference.
He's trying to reach and get his fucking keys out the thing.
Yeah, calling the dog over.
How they came up with the conspiracy of how he's still alive is pretty interesting too, because they roll out a dead body from or like he's on a stretcher, right? And then people were basically like getting the photo of his face and then showing how like the ear is different and the nose shape is different. So they're saying that's a body double or something else. Like they probably like swapped it with a person that looked like him and just killed that guy and left him in the cell.
Oh, this is what he looked like, by the way. Or looked like. I don't know. Looks.
Yeah,
So I feel like a lot of guys could look like this guy.
there's a lot of white guys.
Yeah, the other crazy thing is that 40 minutes before the news broke about his death, someone posted it on 4chan, and with like the Pepe the Frog thing, and then down here it says, "Don't ask me how I know, but Epstein died an hour ago from hanging, cardiac arrest. Green cap this." And they're looking into people like FBI and stuff. They're looking into
How they knew?
They even knew, because after that they responded to that same post with specific details of how they were trying to revive him.
So they
resuscitate
knew.
him.
Oh, so they were in the middle of the whole like action. Not that they predicted it, but they were whistleblowing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see.
So pretty much there's just so much evidence that like it's impenetrable, that there's no way this would ever happen in this type of security. So there must be people up top pulling strings, is what people are saying.
Yeah, like if he really did die, or like he paid his way to die because he had so much information he could have.
So either he paid his way to die, or people think that the Clintons are behind it.
And Trump.
And Trump.
Or Trump.
To
Yeah.
play like I guess devil's advocate, like if you're him, there is valid reasons to commit suicide.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, you're
If
gonna die anyway.
You know, inside of your own head, the person that you're most worried about is yourself. And if you're thinking about your own future, you're like, oh, I'm going to be in prison as a pedophile, and everybody, you know, like, there's plenty of reasons to take your own life. Like, it's not weird that he would do it.
Yeah, or the people that he's dealing with, they might even be like, we'll kill your whole family.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Fuck, well, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah, they were probably telling him, you know what you got to do, because your daughter or whatever. I don't know if he has kids or something. I think he does.
So the other crazy thing around his whole situation is the fact that people don't know exactly how he made his money. So his fortune right now is worth more than $500 million.
Oh, damn.
They're looking into how he was able to accumulate all this money, and they're saying that a lot of it, like the theory here is that he blackmailed a lot of high profile, really rich people throughout his career, and that's how he was able to get all this money. So, and then that's the reason why he had all these underage girls in this sex ring, is to blackmail all these people that were involved. So like he would tell the victims, like, make sure you get photographs, make sure you get this, like get information that we can blackmail these clients with. And that seems that's to how he got all this fortune, and so that's like another reason why he would want.
So he would get girls to have sex with high profile people and then extort them.
Exactly.
That's a theory.
Like he's a pimp. Well, the him being a pimp is not a theory. It's a proven fact. But then how he's making so much money.
They're looking into that.
theory. But the
Oh,
other
that's a theory. Okay.
Yeah. But the other theory is just he's just a high profile pimp.
Yeah.
And then he just makes a fuck ton of money.
Selling these girls.
Selling these girls, yeah, hooking up guys with their mistresses or whatever. And then he makes it through stocks, you know, like, because he was originally like a teacher or something like that.
Yeah, he was a
and
teacher.
then he started working at Wall Street, and no one really knew, but he started getting like clout when he was going to all these donation, like charity events, and giving all this money away, but no one questioned where he was getting that money.
Exactly.
Yeah. They just thought he was some like Wall Street big guy.
Yeah, you don't really have to question, like, when dealing with people, you're just like, oh, he's rich, and you try to figure out how he made money, but you don't really care, because when they're that level of rich, you're just like, oh, he's obviously investing in different stuff, and I mean, why would you question it?
I wish there was a way we could audit the IRS. Like,
Yeah.
why are you looking at me when there's a dude with $500 million that you're not even paying attention to? Get away.
I mean, because it probably makes sense on paper.
No, it does. They don't even know
stocks.
where it came from.
Through stocks
I'm like,
and
this
stuff.
motherfucker is an ugly teacher that became a stockbroker, and somehow he has all these little girls hanging around him, flying in jets and stuff. And go bother them.
He probably has a lot of money for the right accountants to make his money on,
Like, no red flags.
Yeah, that's true.
because with that kind of money, I think you should hire a team of accountants. Oh, you know what the fucking other crazy thing is? The judge that was appointed to this case suddenly died.
Oh shit!
I didn't hear that part.
What did he die of? Like,
I didn't read the whole article. Steve sent it to me.
Dude, imagine having to be an investigator on this case. Oh, I'd be so scared.
she's like, am I gonna die?
Yeah, exactly.
My coffee gonna get poisoned tomorrow?
I would just be like, I don't know. I hate everybody. I hate white people. I hate Asians.
When does it become a race thing?
I'd come out.
Why do you have to hate
Just
people?
comes out swinging.
Yeah, I would come out as super racist and.
Oh, as a
I see.
prosecutor.
Yes, so that right, because that's what we're talking about.
We're talking about investigators.
Yeah, no, even an investigator though, I would come out as biased.
As super biased.
Yeah, as biased as possible, so that they're like, nah, this person's fucked up. Get off.
So you'd
I'm
rather
like,
get labeled a loony?
fuck yeah, then die.
You lose your job too?
Yeah.
Well, if you hate all races, they're like, well, she's unbiased. Just have her.
Specifically white people then.
The part
People
that's
that look like him.
The part that's intriguing is that whole list of people that have been like the Clintons' cohorts.
Dude, there's comedians, there's entertainers.
Bodyguards, Secret Service people.
Wasn't there a pedophile island that was coming out like a couple years ago?
A TV show?
On CBS.
Clinton used to fly there.
That's his island.
Yeah, that's his.
Oh.
Well,
shit.
I think you're getting that information from QAnon because that was a big thing where
What's QAnon?
Yeah.
QAnon was a whistleblower. So this person who claimed to be a part of the Trump administration or someone that's close into it was not a whistleblower, but someone giving information to the public, right? So this conspiracy started because they would go on 4chan or whatever and talk about moves that Trump is going to make before he makes them. And then he got a lot of shit wrong, and we don't really know where the source is, but this is one of the things that they got right. So 2 years ago, me and Steve actually knew about the whole Epstein thing because they called everything out. From the island to they said that a huge pedophile ring is gonna be ousted within the Trump's presidency.
Wow.
And they're kind of showing the steps of how it was gonna get there. Like it was gonna first be high profile sexual harassment and things like that, which came out with the Me Too movement and all that stuff, right? And then he was pointing out that I think this administration really was going after predators and sexual predators, brothels or whatever, all these things, right? And then it was going to lead to a pedophile ring with high-profile individuals. And then he specifically named out Epstein, the Clintons, and then even the how he would do it with the private jets and bringing them into the island. And there's some kind of connection to the Clinton Foundation and their fund in Haiti, along with that conspiracy. Yeah,
I heard about that. And hasn't there been there's been a lot of huge sex ring busts that the mainstream media hasn't even covered at all, which is crazy to me. Huge ones, everywhere.
I mean, and I think another one that we're witnessing now is the whole Catholic Church one. It's it's always kind of been there, but now it's hella mainstream. Yeah. So I don't know, this is pretty crazy, but we will have to see what unfolds.